Well, it is Mental Health Action Day here at CBS 13. And this afternoon, we meet a young Woodland man who's driving the conversation about mental health from just awareness to action, not just here at home, but also at the White House.
CBS 13's Adrian Moore shows us how he's turned his own pain into purpose.
I remember I used to just go home at times and I used to close my door and cry into my pillow because I didn't want anyone in my family to hear me.
For 25-year-old Juan Acosta, grief and gratitude didn't always coexist.
And I started getting a lot of physical symptoms of anxiety. My stomach hurt, I didn't want to be in class. And that is when I began to struggle, but I didn't know who to go to or where to go for support.
As a young boy, the Woodland native suffered from depression too, relentlessly bullied while carefully guarding a secret about his sexuality. By the 7th grade, he had thoughts of suicide.
Because I wasn't out yet and I didn't feel ready to come out to them. So I repressed a lot of what I was going through in school.
But things changed when he found Woodland's Family Resource Center, now known as Empower YOLO.
I started doing community service at age 13 and I started owning my identity, I started owning my light, and it was then that my life changed and that I was able to utilize my voice in whatever way I could to try and be a catalyst for change. This is necessary, it is crucial, and it should have already been done.
His transition to mental health advocate so successful because Juan sees himself in other young people struggling.
I think what we're lacking now is the lack of conversations, of proactive and intentional conversations around mental health.
Finding me up here.
Juan is now driving those conversations on the national stage, co-authoring the New York Times bestseller Channel Kindness with Lady Gaga. And now, getting a front row seat with the commander-in-chief in the first ever Mental Health Youth Action Forum at the White House. Juan is one of 30 activists selected by MTV to present a mental health campaign to the Biden-Harris administration.
We are proposing a campaign that addresses intersectionality and uplifts communities who oftentimes face many barriers, like the LGBTQ+ youth who have not yet come out, who don't know who to go to.
But finding resources can be equally challenging.
Doctors are booked out 5-6 months, and they can't get the help they need right away. How do you address the resources shortage?
So I'd recommend for them to look at other resources like a Warm Line, which is a peer support service it's open 24/7, and when people call that line, they're able to get connected to folks from all backgrounds who have struggled with a mental health challenge.
That support giving way to a new action plan rooted in kindness and compassion for an invisible condition that Juan says never has to define your life.
And what I want folks to hear, especially if they feel some shame in whoever they are, it's to be yourself and to own your light and to continue pushing forward for what you believe in.
Strong young man there. Juan is still in D.C. He says he's very confident the White House will put his mental health campaign into motion.